if you're looking for a way to make sure you've got money coming in every single month, no matter what type of economy that we're in, you need to get adjacent to the Department of Transportation. 18-wheelers and trucks are going to be moving no matter what. When I found out today that the Department of Transportation allows anybody to become a specimen collector just with a couple of steps that they have to take, I was floored. When I found out that anybody could offer the training to become a specimen collector, I was even more floored. So I hurried up and got the information that I needed in order to be able to move forward so I can add this to my business. And so I'm sharing it here with you today. So when you Google just like I did and you go down the rabbit hole of how can I become a collector for the Department of Transportation drug testing, you'll find the link to the Department of Transportation site and this PDF, right? When you look at it, you'll see that anybody can become a qualified collector. Now, personally, I am leaning towards the training end of the business because that's where the most opportunity is. However, there are so many people who are looking for side hustles and additional streams of revenue right now. And this has a very low barrier to entry that if you wanted to become a specimen collector yourself, then all you have to do, according to the Department of Transportation, is successfully complete a qualified training program and pass a monitored proficiency demonstration, which is basically 5 mock collections as required by DOT regulations. That's it. That is it. The DOT does not require certification. So when you start looking at some of these websites that we're about to look at, and you see the word certification, or if you're online and somebody says, I'm a certified this or that, the Department of Transportation is telling you right here on their own page, DOT does not require certification of collector or a collection site before they can collect urine specimens for DOT drug tests. In fact, only individual collectors, not collection sites, may become qualified to collect DOT urine specimens. Not certified. DOT does not offer any certifications, so be leery of that if you see the word certification used in association with any training programs. Now, it says here, what should be the content of the qualification training program and who may conduct it? Oh my gosh, you guys. When I read this, like those of you guys who know me know I just went crazy. Listen, while the department has not published a curriculum for urine collection training, the DOT expects trainers to base their curriculum on both DOT regulations and the latest version of DOT's publication, Urine Specimen Collection Guidelines. Okay, so yada, 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 yada. It goes on to reference the part of the law that what must be contained in the training, knowledge about Part 40 collection procedures, all the steps necessary to conduct a proper collection, how to properly fill out a federal collection form, the custody and control form or CCF, how to handle problem collections, information about fatal and correctable flaws in collections and collection paperwork, and the collector's responsibility for maintaining the integrity and credibility of the collection process. Okay, this is the part I wanted you to see. Anyone can provide the qualification training described above. Hello, do you guys see that? Let me make it bigger for the people in the back, okay? Anyone can provide the qualification training described above. The trainer, listen to me, does not need to be an experienced or qualified collector or the same person who oversees the proficiency demonstration. Remember when we talked about up at the front where you have to have 2 things? You have to have the qualified training program under your belt, and you have to pass those proficiency tests, which is you collecting 5 pretend samples that can be done via like a webcam type situation or whatever. Well, let's go back down and reread that again. The trainer does not need to be an experienced or qualified collector or the same person who oversees the proficiency demonstration or be a person at all, such as an internet course, for example. The course material may be taught in person, conducted by video, by computer programs, via the internet, by video conference, or by other equivalent means. Also, there is no mandatory time requirement for this portion of the training. Although an examination is not required to demonstrate compliance with the qualification training requirement, it is recommended that the course have built in some means of ensuring that the information has been successfully learned. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you guys, listen, this is where we are, okay? We're in an economy where everybody's trying to make sure that they have money coming in every single month. The transportation industry is where you want to be adjacent to in order to assure that that happens, right? So what we are going to do here at Complete Signings is to offer this pre-built website for you. Why? Because I'm about to build one for my own business. I'm building one for Complete Signings, which is, as many of you know, the home of notary nerds, right? Going into 2023, I'm diversifying because why? The economy is telling me to. We've had several interest rate hikes. There may be another one. So the notary loan signing and notary, all of that business is changing. And it's normal because, having been in real estate for 11 plus years, it's up and it's down. It's up and it's down. Okay. So I will be building out a business model around training because that's what I'm an expert in. I love to train. I love to teach people, and creating online training modules is my jam. And I understand that that is not everybody's thing. So guess what? I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to just give you a copy of my site that I'm creating for myself. It doesn't get any better than that. It's going to be compliant. As you all know, I do not play when it comes to training, okay? If the DOT tells me it has to meet A, B, C, D, and E, it will meet A, B, C, D, and E. T's crossed, I's dotted, no questions asked. So I'm building out a website that is compliant with DOT Regulation 49 CFR Part 40 that will include audio-visual modules, the assessments that you don't have to have but that they recommend that you have, along with a way for you to keep your students' progress stored so that when you need to turn it in to the Department of Transportation, you have it all in one place. And not only that, it's going to have a ready-to-use website. You don't have to worry about building it out. I'm going to be building it out for me, so I'm just going to give you a copy of mine, right? That you can customize and make your own, right? So who is going to be going to our websites, okay? People who are looking for additional stream of income. Some of you guys might be like, you know what? That sounds great, but I don't really want to build a website. Just let me know when you're done with yours, and I will sign up to become a urine specimen collector and start a urine specimen collector business. Good for you, okay? If that's you, right now you've got options. There's already people out there providing this training, but here's the problem. I can't wait to show you. I love this because there has never in the last 2 years been anything that's gotten me this energized. Nothing. There is nothing that when there's a gap in the market like this, you have to pay attention. Right now, I've done a little bit of a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And when I look to see who was already providing training, they're offering it between $89 and $750 per person, okay? So here are some of the websites, right? Here's one website, how to become a certified specimen collector. What did the Department of Transportation say about certification? DOT does not require certification. They only qualify people, right? So, and even then it's through the method that they have just told us. You have to pay attention to that law, and then you follow those rules, right? So this is already, look at the opportunity. This website is super busy. There's a lot going on and da-da-da-da-da-da. And so you go and you learn, and then you end up $89 to start your training today. Like, okay. That's on the low end, right? This does not include the monitor, trainer services, or fees for the proficiency demonstration. So this $89.99 is just for you to get the first part of the DOT requirement, which is the qualified training, right? Now you still have the second part, which is the 5 samples, the 5 mock collections that you have to do, right? Well, what this company is saying is, we're charging $89.99 for just the first part, just the training, okay? If you want to do the other part, then you have to go somewhere else. Most of the training programs are the same. There's one training program that offers everything all in one, and which you can too, and I'll show you how much they charge here in just a minute. Okay, here's another company, Online DOT Specimen Collector Training. Now, this is all they're offering, right, is just the training, right? It does not include the DOT required 5 mock collections. $99.99 just for the training. Okay, let's go look at another example. Here's another company. Now they are offering a 2-hour live webinar because remember DOT said you can do it live. You don't even have to be a person. It could be online, all of the things, right? Well, this company is charging $249. Okay. This is like the range, right? So we started at $89, We went to 99. Now we're at 249, right? And so far, I've only been able to find a few websites. So the market is wide open, people. Okay. So let's look at it. This one also, the final step to be qualified for DOT urine specimen collections will be to complete the required proficiency examination, which is 5 mock collections. Again, you can offer this, but you don't necessarily have to because all of these other ones aren't. Okay. So far, the 3 that came up when I searched are not offering these 5 mock collections. But if you do, which can be done audio, visual, over the phone, over the Zoom, okay, in a webcam type situation, you can totally do that. But you can add that as an additional service, additional stream of income, okay? So here's the big guy. This is what I wanted you to see. This is the big guy. This is the $750 training, okay? They offer you the training that you need in order to be qualified. It's an 8-hour online training course that includes virtual mock collections, training materials, and a comprehensive online course. So they give you everything all in one, and they charge $750. Literally, you do not need anything extra except for maybe a Zoom account, okay, in order to be able to do those 5 mock collections, in order to be able to observe that, because the DOT is telling you, right, that you can, right? So here is the opportunity. This is what I'm doing, right? I'm creating a turnkey website that handles all of the compliance when it comes to delivering the training materials. I'm doing all of the modules, all of the things that I've been doing for the last 2 years as I've been building out Notary Nerds University to where it is, multiple 6 figures, which I'm so thankful to God for, right? This falls in my lap, and I almost fell out of my chair when I read that the U.S. Department of Transportation does not require, let me get back down to it, anyone, when I saw this, anyone can provide the qualification training described above. You guys, the last time I read a federal government regulation that said anyone, it was when I realized what the definition of a farm was. And since I read that definition, I started a farm and got a grant and all types of things, great things started to happen. Listen, the government is telling you in black and white that you can do this, right? Now, I know you might not be a web developer, and I know you may not know how to do all of the trainings and all of that, but that's what I'm here for, right? So download the information below. If you want to be a part of this, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm only doing it for 40 people because I'm not about to train up a whole lot of competition to start. As you can see, when you go do your own Google searching and going down the YouTube rabbit hole, there aren't a whole lot of people in the game. And when the ones that are in there, everything is super busy. And just like these websites are just like, okay. I already know what needs to happen aesthetically in order to separate my website from everybody else's website, right? I'm going to give you a copy of my website, right? You can add your own logo and do all the whatever you want to it. I'll show you how to do all of that. I'm going to build the guts. I'm going to build the actual compliant training material. I'm putting together the video modules. I'm doing all of the creation of the assessments and providing you a place to store all of your student progress. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. The only thing you're going to have to worry about is marketing your website out to the people who want to become DOT qualified urine specimen collectors. So your website is going to be competing with this website. It's going to be competing with this website. It's going to be competing with this website. It's going to be competing with all of these websites, including my own. But there is plenty of space in the market. But at the same time, I'm going to be smart about this because I'm very excited about this, if you can't tell. So I'm limiting this to 40. Like this quarter, and it's going to take me 90 days, right? This quarter, I'm only doing it for look, people, I'm only doing it for 40 people. Take it, leave it, whatever you need. That's it. And that's all. Okay. So I'm super excited. I'm going to close this out. Download the information at the link below if you're interested. If you're ready to get started, don't wait. Go ahead and take advantage of this offer. There's a coupon code if you want to use it to get 50% off today and today only. Okay. Check it out and I'll talk with you soon.